Okay guys, today we are making our sourdough starter and we are going to measure out all our ingredients, mix them together and keep it in the kitchen. So I'm starting off by measuring out 50 grams of rice flour. You can double that and use 100 grams if you prefer, but I didn't need a large amount, so I just went with the 50. Now you will need a mason jar with a nice fitting lid to put your starter in. Once you've measured out your flour, you're also going to measure out the same amount of water. So that's 100 grams of water as well. And I'm using tepid water, but it doesn't really matter. So we're going to mix the two together, the flour and the water together in your mason jar. And this is the jar we're going to leave the starter in. You will need another one for tomorrow, so you will need 2 mason jars in total as we continue with making the starter. This is a 4-day starter, so we will come back tomorrow and make the same thing again. Oh, it'll be slightly different, but come back tomorrow with your starter that you've already started, and in 4 days we'll be making some sourdough bread. So just mix this together really well, scraping down the jar so that you don't leave any dry flour on the outside of the jar. This is how it should look. Beautiful. Mix that together, nice and clean. Scrape down any bits that don't need to be there. Pop your lid on loosely, it doesn't have to be tight. And there you go, this is the first day of your 4-day starter. Gluten-free sourdough starter, part 2. Smells nice. Woo! Can you see there's a little line of water on the top, which means that it's hungry. So let's feed it. I'm not discarding. I have 25 grams of organic rice flour, which I'm putting in the 50 grams that I used yesterday, and 25 grams of water. I might not use all this water. We shall see. I don't want it too wet. It should be, as they say, like a pancake batter. Ooh. And I'm going to show you at the moment, it's quite stiff. And I don't want it too wet because I don't want my bread too wet when I make it. And we are going to make the bread together when this is ready. Maybe a little bit more. That's just about right. I'm scraping my jar down, keep it as clean as possible. Beautiful. So I'm leaving that until tomorrow, then we'll start again. I am going to discard tomorrow because I think I will end up with too much. I started yesterday with 50 grams of organic rice flour and 50 grams of cold water that I got from the bottle from the fridge. Mixed them together, left them to one side. As you saw at the beginning, it was hungry. I fed it with 25 grams of water and probably 25 grams of organic rice flour and 20 grams of water. You don't have to measure it, you can eyeball it, you can use tablespoons, but you want equal amounts. You need to be looking for a pancake type batter that falls off the spoon. That's what you're looking for. We're going to leave this until tomorrow and we'll come back and do it all again. This is day 3 of my gluten-free sourdough starter, and this morning I came into the kitchen to find this. How fantastic does that look? Let's open and have a look. Wow. This is day 3. That's what yours should look like. So what I'm going to do is I have another sterilised jar here. I'm going to take out probably 50% of, actually I should give it a stir first because it's quite liquidy on the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. Oof, smells fabulous. That's what's left. I think I've discarded about 50%. It's me playing with it, of the sourdough. There we go. And I'm now going to add as we did on the first day, another 50 grams of organic rice flour, brown rice flour, into the jar to feed it. And I'm also going to add some water. I have 50 grams of water in this jug, but let me just see exactly how much I'm going to need before I decide, rather than pouring all the water in. As you can see, it's really stiff and dry. I definitely need more water. That's nearly all of it now. And again, we're looking for a pancake batter which falls off the spoon, which you can see that doesn't just yet. I have a feeling that my jar is not going to be big enough given what it looked like this morning. There we go. How lovely is that? Nice and gentle drop, not too wet, not too dry. Okay, this is day 4 of the starter, our gluten-free starter, and as you can see, it's looking really, really good. I'm going to feed it 25 grams of organic gluten-free flour and 25 grams of water. I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to put that in the fridge until I'm ready to use it. I was going to make the sourdough tomorrow, but unfortunately I don't have time tomorrow, so I'm going to put it in the fridge and then I'll take it out and then we'll get going. So I took it out of the fridge and this is what it looks like, and it smells incredible. So I'm going to discard about 50%, leave it on the counter after I fed it to rise, and then I'm going to make some bread. That recipe will be in the next video, but here's a picture.